Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest barriers in life are not the ones we see with our eyes, but the ones we accept in our minds. Many of us have been told what we cannot do, where we cannot go, and who we cannot become. We hear voices from our past, parents, teachers, society, telling us to stay in our place. But have you ever asked yourself, whose report will I believe? You see, limitation is a mindset. It is not the size of the problem that holds us back, but the size of our belief. History is filled with men and women who refused to accept limitations. They were born in poverty, rejected by society, ridiculed for their dreams, but they chose to believe that they were created for more. And because they believed, they broke free. The power of purpose and vision. The only way to overcome limitations is to have a vision greater than the walls around you. Purpose gives birth to passion, and passion creates the power to overcome obstacles. No one can stop a person who knows why they were created. A bird does not need permission to fly. It was designed for the sky. A fish does not need lessons on swimming. It was created for the water. Likewise, when you discover your purpose, you will naturally rise above restrictions. The problem is many people do not know their purpose. They live life reacting instead of creating. They wait for opportunities instead of developing themselves to attract them. But let me remind you, you were not made to simply exist. You were made to make a difference. The role of knowledge and personal growth. The greatest limitation in life is not lack of resources, but lack of knowledge. What you do not know will keep you bound. The only prison greater than iron bars is the prison of ignorance. But knowledge is the key that unlocks doors. This is why education is so powerful, not just formal schooling, but a lifelong commitment to learning. Read books, seek wisdom, grow daily. When you expand your mind, you expand your world. Every great achiever in history was a student of life. They knew that to change their future, they had to change what they knew. So I ask you today, what are you feeding your mind? Are you filling it with the limitations of the world or with the limitless possibilities of wisdom? Faith, courage, and action as tools for transformation. Nothing changes until you take action. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, but the truth is there is no perfect moment, only a perfect decision to start now. Fear will always whisper, what if you fail? But courage will answer, what if I succeed? Those who break free from limitations are those who take bold steps despite fear. They believe in their potential. They refuse to let doubt be their master. Many people live their entire lives within invisible prisons, restricted not by physical chains but by mental barriers. These limitations are not always imposed by external forces, but are often deeply rooted in the way we think, the beliefs we hold, and the fears we entertain. From childhood, we are influenced by our surroundings, parents, teachers, culture, and society, all of which shape our understanding of what is possible and what is not. Unfortunately, many of these influences program us to think small, to accept mediocrity, and to live within predefined boundaries. But the truth is, most of the limitations we face are illusions, built over time through repeated messages of doubt, failure, and fear. Limitation, at its core, is a mindset. It is not the size of the obstacle that keeps people from progressing, but their perception of it. Some individuals are born into poverty, but refuse to let their financial struggles define them. Others face rejection, disabilities, or other hardships, yet rise above them because they do not allow their circumstances to dictate their future. On the other hand, some individuals have all the resources, intelligence, and opportunities in the world, yet they remain stuck because they have accepted the lie that they are not capable of more. What separates those who break free from those who remain bound is not their background or intelligence, but their ability to recognize and reject limiting beliefs. Many of these limiting beliefs come from past experiences. Perhaps someone tried to start a business and it failed. Maybe they attempted to pursue a career but faced rejection after rejection. Over time, these experiences create a narrative in their mind that says, I am not good enough, or success is not for people like me. The human mind is incredibly powerful, and once it accepts an idea as truth, it begins to reinforce it. If someone believes they are incapable of success, they will unconsciously avoid opportunities that could lead to it. If they think they are not worthy of love, they will sabotage relationships that prove otherwise. The battle against limitation is always fought in the mind first. Another major source of limitation is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown. Fear paralyzes potential and convinces people to settle for less than they are capable of achieving. It whispers doubts like, what if I try and fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I am not good enough? These questions keep many from even attempting to rise above their current circumstances. However, the truth is that failure is not the enemy, stagnation is. Every great success story is filled with moments of failure, but those who overcome limitations understand that failure is simply a lesson, not a life sentence. Cultural and societal conditioning also play a significant role in shaping limitations. Different cultures have different expectations about what is possible for an individual. Some cultures teach people to dream big, while others emphasize conformity and discourage stepping outside the norm. A child raised in an environment that constantly reinforces scarcity, fear, and doubt will likely grow up believing in limitations unless they make a conscious effort to break free. Similarly, societal norms dictate what is acceptable and realistic. Many people do not pursue their dreams because they are afraid of going against the expectations of their family or community. But history has shown that those who truly make a difference are the ones who dare to defy these norms and challenge the status quo. One of the most dangerous aspects of limitation is that it often goes unnoticed. Many people do not even realize that they are living within self-imposed restrictions. They assume that their current reality is the best they can achieve, not because it is true, but because they have never been exposed to a different way of thinking. This is why exposure to new ideas, experiences, and environments is crucial. The moment someone sees a greater possibility, their mind expands, and they begin to question the boundaries they once accepted. Breaking free from limitation requires a shift in mindset. It demands that an individual actively challenge every belief that holds them back. Instead of asking, can I do this? They must ask, what is stopping me? Instead of assuming something is impossible, they must seek out those who have already done it and learn from them. Limitations only have power when they are accepted as truth. The moment a person decides to reject these false beliefs, they take the first step toward an unlimited life. Every great achievement in history began with a vision. Vision is the ability to see beyond current circumstances and imagine a future that does not yet exist. It is the driving force that separates those who live ordinary lives from those who accomplish extraordinary things. Without vision, life becomes a cycle of mere survival. Waking up, going to work, paying bills, and repeating the process until time runs out. But vision breaks that cycle. It provides direction, fuels passion, and creates a sense of purpose that compels individuals to rise above limitations and mediocrity. Purpose and vision go hand in hand. Purpose is the reason for existence, the unique assignment that every individual carries within them. Vision is the mental picture of how that purpose will unfold. When a person discovers their purpose, they are no longer driven by external circumstances, but by an inner conviction that refuses to be ignored. A person with purpose does not need to be pushed to work hard. They are self-motivated because they understand that their life has meaning beyond their personal comfort. One of the greatest tragedies in life is not death, but a life lived without purpose. Many people go through life never truly understanding why they are here. They follow paths that others have set for them, pursue careers they do not love, and settle for lives that do not fulfill them. This is not because they lack potential, but because they have never taken the time to discover their purpose. Every person has unique gifts, talents, and abilities that are meant to contribute something valuable to the world. But until purpose is discovered, those gifts remain dormant, and life remains unfulfilled. A person with vision does not see obstacles as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Vision creates resilience. When challenges arise, those without vision will give up, but those with a clear sense of purpose will keep moving forward because they are focused on the bigger picture. Consider the stories of great leaders, inventors, and pioneers. They all faced hardships, but they did not allow difficulties to define them. They had a vision that was greater than their struggles, and that vision kept them going when everything around them seemed impossible. Vision also provides discipline. Without a clear destination, people wander aimlessly, trying different things, but never committing to anything. A person without vision is easily distracted, jumping from one opportunity to another, never truly mastering anything. But when vision is present, it acts as a filter. Decisions become clearer because they are guided by purpose. Time is used wisely, resources are invested intentionally, and actions are taken with precision. Vision eliminates distractions because anything that does not align with the purpose is automatically rejected. One of the reasons many people fail to embrace their vision is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown keep people from stepping into their true calling. But the truth is, fear will always be present when pursuing something great. The key is to move forward despite it. Every successful person once stood at the edge of uncertainty, but they chose to take the leap. Vision requires courage. It demands that a person believe in what they see in their mind, even when there is no evidence of it in the physical world. Another obstacle to vision is self-doubt. Many people do not pursue their purpose because they feel unqualified or incapable. They compare themselves to others and assume they do not have what it takes. But history has proven that greatness is not reserved for a select few. Every person who has accomplished something significant started as an ordinary individual who simply refused to settle for less. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not talent or intelligence, but the willingness to act on their vision. Purpose and vision are not just about personal success. They are about impact. A person who walks in their purpose does not just change their own life, they inspire and uplift others. True fulfillment is found not in personal gain, but in making a difference. The most successful people are those who use their gifts to serve others, to solve problems, and to contribute something meaningful to the world. When purpose and vision align, life takes on a new level of significance, and limitations become irrelevant. Every individual has the ability to develop a vision for their life, but it requires intentionality. It begins with self-discovery, taking the time to identify passions, strengths, and areas of interest. It requires exposure, learning from those who have already walked the path and gaining new perspectives. And most importantly, it demands commitment, a relentless dedication to pursue that vision despite challenges. The moment a person grasps their purpose and envisions their future, they awaken a power within them that no limitation can contain. One of the most significant limitations in life is not a lack of resources, connections, or opportunities, but a lack of knowledge. Knowledge is the foundation upon which all success is built. It determines how people think, how they make decisions, and how they navigate the challenges of life. A person's level of knowledge directly influences their ability to break free from limitations. Many people remain trapped in cycles of struggle, not because they lack talent or potential, but because they lack the right information to transform their circumstances. Ignorance is the most dangerous form of limitation. What a person does not know can hold them back more than any external obstacle. Many individuals are capable of achieving greatness, but they never do because they do not know what is possible. They live within the boundaries of what they have been taught, never realizing that there is a whole world of opportunities beyond their current understanding. The mind can only conceive what it has been exposed to, which is why personal growth through continuous learning is essential for breaking free from limitation. Knowledge expands a person's perspective. The more a person learns, the more they realize how much they do not know. This realization is the key to growth because it creates a hunger for deeper understanding. Those who remain stagnant in life are often those who assume they already know enough. They resist new ideas, avoid challenges that require learning, and settle for what is familiar. But those who embrace knowledge are constantly evolving. They seek out new information, develop new skills, and refine their abilities. They understand that the world is always changing, and if they do not grow, they will be left behind. One of the greatest differences between successful and unsuccessful individuals is their approach to learning. Successful people make knowledge a priority. They read books, listen to mentors, attend seminars, and invest in education. They understand that knowledge is an asset that multiplies over time. On the other hand, unsuccessful people often neglect learning. They stop seeking knowledge after formal education, assuming that learning ends once they graduate. But true education is a lifelong process. It is not confined to classrooms or degrees. It is a continuous pursuit of wisdom and understanding. Personal growth is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is also about applying it. Many people consume information but never act on it. They read books on success but never take steps toward their goals. They attend workshops but never implement what they learn. Growth happens when knowledge is put into practice. The most powerful people in the world are not necessarily those who know the most, but those who apply what they know consistently. A person who takes action on a small piece of knowledge will always achieve more than someone who knows everything but does nothing. Another critical aspect of knowledge and growth is self-awareness. Many people fail to break free from limitations because they do not understand themselves. They are unaware of their strengths, weaknesses, and potential. Self-awareness allows individuals to identify areas for improvement and take intentional steps toward growth. It helps them recognize destructive habits, limiting beliefs, and unproductive behaviors that keep them stuck. A person who knows themselves well can make better decisions, choose the right opportunities, and maximize their potential. One of the most effective ways to grow is to surround oneself with the right people. The company a person keeps influences their mindset, habits, and level of success. Those who spend time with people who prioritize learning and growth are more likely to develop the same mindset. On the other hand, those who associate with people who resist change, complain about circumstances, and refuse to learn will adopt the same limitations. The environment plays a powerful role in shaping an individual's potential. That is why it is important to seek out mentors, join growth-oriented communities, and build relationships with those who inspire and challenge. The power of knowledge also lies in its ability to create opportunities. Many people feel stuck in life because they believe they lack the right connections or resources. However, in reality, the right knowledge can open doors that no amount of money or status can. A person who develops expertise in a specific field will naturally attract opportunities. Employers, clients, and investors look for people who have knowledge and skills that add value. The more a person learns, the more valuable they become, and the more doors will open for them. In the modern world, knowledge is more accessible than ever before. The internet, books, podcasts, online courses, and mentorship programs provide endless opportunities for learning. Yet despite this, many people remain in the same place for years because they do not take advantage of these resources. The difference between those who grow and those who remain stuck is not the availability of knowledge, but the willingness to seek and apply it. The responsibility to grow lies with the individual. No one else can do it for them. Knowledge is the key that unlocks the door to personal and professional success. It breaks the chains of limitation, empowers individuals to make better choices, and gives them the confidence to pursue their dreams. But it requires commitment, discipline, and a mindset that embraces continuous learning. Those who prioritize personal growth will always rise above those who settle for what they already know. The journey to breaking free from limitation begins with a single decision: to never stop learning. The journey to breaking free from a life of limitation requires more than just knowledge and vision. It demands faith, courage, and action. These three elements work together as a powerful force to push individuals beyond their fears, doubts, and setbacks. Without faith, people remain trapped in uncertainty. Without courage, they hesitate in the face of adversity. And without action, even the greatest dreams remain unrealized. Anyone who desires to overcome limitations must learn to cultivate these three qualities, because they are the foundation for transformation. Faith is the ability to believe in something before it becomes a reality. It is seeing the possibility of a better future, even when the present circumstances suggest otherwise. Many people remain stuck in limitation because they cannot see beyond their current struggles. They allow their past failures, negative experiences, and current difficulties to dictate what they believe about their potential. But faith operates differently. It refuses to be defined by the past or the present. It looks ahead and focuses on what can be rather than what has been. Faith is essential because every breakthrough in life starts with belief. No one can achieve what they do not first believe is possible. Before any great accomplishment takes place in the world, it must first be conceived in the mind of the person who dares to believe. History is filled with stories of individuals who broke barriers simply because they had the faith to believe in something greater. They did not wait for proof or permission. They trusted that if they took steps forward, doors would open and opportunities would arise. Faith has the power to shift mindsets, expand possibilities, and create realities that once seemed impossible. Faith alone is not enough. It must be paired with courage. Courage is the strength to move forward despite fear. Fear is one of the greatest enemies of progress because it paralyzes action and whispers doubts. And worst case scenarios, convincing people to stay in their comfort zones. Fear causes people to settle for less than they are capable of, not because they lack ability, but because they are afraid to fail. But the truth is, failure is not the end. It is part of the journey to success. Those who accomplish great things are not those who never felt fear, but those who refuse to let fear stop them. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward in spite of it. Every person who has ever done something significant in life has felt fear at some point. They have faced doubts, criticism, and uncertainty. But what set them apart was their willingness to act despite their fears. Courage is what allows a person to step into unknown territory, take risks, and embrace challenges as stepping stones to growth. Without courage, dreams remain dreams, and potential remains untapped. Even with faith and courage, transformation is impossible without action. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is not enough to believe in possibilities or to have the courage to pursue them. One must take deliberate steps toward their goals. Many people spend years thinking, planning, and waiting for the perfect moment to start. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. Waiting for ideal conditions only leads to stagnation. The most successful people are those who take action even when circumstances are not perfect. They understand that progress is made step by step, and that small, consistent actions eventually lead to significant results. Action requires discipline and persistence. Many people start with excitement but quit when challenges arise. They expect immediate results and become discouraged when things do not happen as quickly as they hoped. But true transformation is a process, not an event. It takes time, effort, and resilience. There will be moments of failure, setbacks, and disappointments. But those who are committed to taking consistent action, regardless of obstacles, will always outlast those who wait for everything to be easy. One of the biggest reasons people fail to take action is the fear of making mistakes. They hesitate because they do not want to fail or look foolish. But the reality is, mistakes are not the enemy. Inaction is. Mistakes provide valuable lessons that refine skills, strengthen character, and lead to better decisions. Every successful person has made mistakes, but they did not let those mistakes define them. Instead, they learned from them and kept moving forward. The willingness to take action, fail, learn, and adjust is what ultimately leads to success. Another important aspect of action is consistency. Many people take action for a short time but give up when results do not come immediately. They start a new habit, pursue a goal, or work on a project with enthusiasm. But when challenges arise, they abandon their efforts. But true transformation requires persistence. Success is not about one big action, but about the small daily choices that add up over time. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is often the willingness to stay committed even when progress seems slow. Faith, courage, and action must work together in harmony. Faith gives people the vision to see what is possible. Courage gives them the strength to step forward despite fear. And action turns possibilities into realities. Without faith, a person cannot see beyond their limitations. Without courage, they will hesitate in the face of fear. And without action, even the best ideas and dreams will remain unfulfilled. Those who break free from limitations are those who embrace all three and use them as tools for transformation.